Welcome, welcome, wonderful person, wonderful people, to this World Harmony Activation session. This is a moment for you to get very in touch with yourself. I'll be guiding this, and we're joining together in this now, this eternal now, and this fleeting now. But no matter when you're receiving this in time and space, and no matter where you are and how you're feeling, this is a moment that support from all that is flooding to you to know your huge, eternal, powerful self. So I invite you to take some deep breaths. I always recommend 360 degrees, using the power of your imagination, which is the exact same creative power that made the heavens and the earth, to enliven and get in touch with not just the cells of your body with the 360-degree breaths in and out, but the energy of your body and the energy of your mind, the eternal nature of your spirit. And let yourself just become in tune with you, with how much you matter, how much you feel, how much you long for. From that deep longing to know that you are infinite and eternal, and so is everyone and everything. This existence is not a caravan of despair. It's a caravan of hope and power when we awake now to what we really are. And in this 22-minute activation, we are joining together energetically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, environmentally, interpersonally, professionally, familially, and in every way possible to disarm aggression, harshness, separateness, scarcity, and all the insidious pain and suffering it causes, to dissolve it and transmute it into raw creative fuel for each and every sentient being in existence, which includes you. This is a moment to take a deep breath and receive, because without receiving, we can't give in the infinity of the truth of the oneness. This age that we're in right now is to awaken to the truth of the one in the many, not the many in the one, which is how we used to do it. And how I know that to be is that rather than seeing a personality first and a face first and all the attributes of our humanity, and then remembering and looking for their divinity, their soul, their eternal nature, their huge loving heart, the potential for each and every one of us, it is incumbent upon us now to bring in a new way of being that it is time for, that we're ready for if we say yes, by seeing first the one in the many. So first see that in yourself. You are an infinite spark of all that is. An infinite spark of all that is God, or Great Spirit, Jesus, Buddha, Baba, Allah, Krishna, Ram, whatever, however it is that you know the greater, something more than yourself, higher power, higher self, love, science, waterfalls, oceans. You are that, and breathe into that. We are not part of nature, we are nature. We are one with the universe, the one verse, the one song, the one rhythm. And if you don't know me well, I am Cindy James, the founder of the Galactic Council of Women, All Genders Welcome. And I am the self-titled Empress of Infinite Supply and Radiant Love of that council, of that energetic council, of this group of a modern day association of superheroes, or people knowing that they want to cultivate the greatest life for themselves and also make a positive impact on the planet. They're not mutually exclusive. I left a successful career as a corporate litigation attorney. God bless us. I left that career to follow my heart's desire, which included seeking the answers to the ultimate questions of living, such as what's real and lasting abundance? What's happiness, true happiness? What's vibrant health? What are miracles? Are we more than this lifetime? And over the last 25 years plus, I have come to now create and funnel everything that I have been privileged to learn and cultivate by traveling the world and reaching everywhere that I wanted to reach for, and still reaching for even the galaxies, to be able to share with those people who are similarly spirited and may in fact be traveling and receiving the most ancient and esoteric teachings combined with the most modern mainstream wisdom, but may not be, but nevertheless want that energy. So this is a matrix of people and beings that you're joining by virtue of this free live stream, a matrix of beings that are willing to set aside the notion of being small or shame or limited, or what will really cripple us is feeling separate from something more, including anyone or anything, and are ready to take a stand on the truth within, to bring in a new age, a new humanity, a new world. And we are so supported in that. So when we come into this experience that we're having right now, it's not necessary for you to understand from your mind what my words are saying and take them in. I get that feedback sometimes that it's a lot to take in. Know that your mind is not the only vehicle for this. Your spirit, the cells of your body, the vibrations that are being received by my voice coming through time and space, let them infuse you and let it resonate with what really rings true with you, and then expand your individual knowing as part of something greater. So just in this moment, take another deep breath and know that you are powerful and you are increasing your power. And we are, just by virtue of doing this, we are radiating, which is one of my favorite words since I am the Empress of Radiant Love as well. We are radiating, pulsating to everyone and everything their true power. Aggression is not our true power. Dominance is not our true power. Hatred is not our true power. Suppression is not our true power. It actually diminishes and depletes us. So when we are sending to everyone, without exception, the eminence, the radiant eminence, the effulgence of our true nature, it naturally awakens a response within them that is the nature of true love and power. And this is how we are disarming once and for all, beginning a path of disarming these forces that have plagued humanity in a very well-made game by the infinite creator, of seeming separateness until we come together. We will not be seduced into the kind of self-hatred that ends up in overt acts of cruelty. That's what I say to myself. I love myself so much. I have cultivated so much of my longing to be healthy and happy and whole, and I'm still growing in that journey. And I know I will take a stand and I will say, oh no, get thee back. I will not be seduced out of my true power to be in that lower self-hatred and self-separateness that causes people to go on that continuum, that slippery slope that acts in passive indifference or active cruelty on either the smallest level or the most macro level. And as I have said before, never before in the history of our planet have we had such immediate access to film footage of what's going on instantly across this globe, combined with the conscious ability to use the energy that made us, that made the heavens and the earth and everything in existence, to affect an awakening, a positive force, a constructive, not destructive force. And so as you say to that voice inside of you, that voice that can say you're not enough or you're too much, that there's something wrong with you, that voice, give that the attention of a tantruming child that just needs the strength and compassion to say, rest now. Rest now. I have got us. I'm taking over. And let them just go to a beautiful place, maybe one of your favorite places, the highest spiritual place you know, where you just feel the oneness, and let them just bask in that love. As your authority, as the sovereign being that you are, knowing that you're connected to everyone and everything, comes into this moment. to use the power vested in you as a being of love, as an eternal, imperishable being, to invoke the highest of the high as you know it, and all of the forces of the heavens and the earth, to help you affirm the truth that you and the greater are one. The truth of your being is that of being one with the infinite. It's not just a hope, it's a reality that we are now moving into. I am living that in this moment. I can feel you. We are diving into the eternal now. The fleeting now is just this moment in time whenever you're receiving this. But the eternal now is that space before time, that we can actually witness the fleeting now and the past and the future. There is no other way to peace and fulfillment than by finding this place, whether it's by meditation or joining in this energy, breath, prayer, alignment with our true self, dissolving the lower self tendencies with compassion. There's no other way. And here and nowhere else that I am basking in, that we are basking in, here and nowhere else do the solutions to all the problems of humanity lie. There is love, power, Om, originated creative force point. There is love born in this truth of the eternal now that liberates without bindings and and then fulfills without overcoming. A lot of what I quote is from the spiritual master, Meher Baba or Hafiz or Rumi, but all is part of the oneness. I'm not quoting individually because you have the voice of the divine within you. And now we're 11 minutes into this experience, going for the other 11 minutes, which I will guide you in an amplification of your power to be able to go to the places on the planet through the level of consciousness, which is really the space that's between the protons and the neutrons and the electrons. This seemingly empty space is how we communicate, how we can feel who's on the phone right before they call or know something that has happened, whatever it might be. So once again, I invite you to cultivate your breath. If you haven't closed your eyes, I invite you to, if you feel comfortable, letting your gaze with your eyes closed rest on your Ajna chakra, the space between the eyebrows, letting that internal sight open to see the true nature of who and what you are. I invite you to let your tongue fall loosely on the back of your teeth, right where the palate meets the teeth, so that you are in a continuous loop of energy. Unless you're sitting cross-legged on the floor, let your feet be flat. Scoot yourself out to the back of your back of your spine, and your root chakra, which is at the base of your coccyx bone, is free, and there's space between it. Relax your hands upward on your lap with your fingers up like antennae to receive. And also take your thumb and just activate the center of your palms, which is, we love through our hands, through the caresses of our hands, and we also send energy through our hands. So just by doing that, we're activating it. And then taking the middle finger of your right hand and tapping right in the center of your chest, which is your heart energetic center, just to activate that pure human heart. And breathe into your activated heart, and then take the middle finger of your left hand and tap the very top of your head, your crown vortex that activates the divine heart, the divine will. In pranic healing, this is called the twin hearts. And then using the beginning of a heart math practice, breathe in and out through your heart center, letting yourself feel appreciation for someone or something, doesn't matter when in time and place, where it's so easy for you to just flow the unconditional love of your being, that you will love and the conditions don't hinder you from that feeling. Breathing in through your nose And you can breathe out through your mouth or your nose, but remember to then reconnect your tongue. And in this silence, see if you can feel how crowded the space where you are is right now, how thick it is with the energy of the highest light beings and ascended masters and enlightened ancestors and elements and Christ consciousness, however you know, the more that just so thick with support. And as you breathe into that easeful love and appreciation and gratitude, know that that is being radiated to you. You are someone that is loved and appreciated with such purity of ease. And know that this love is self-communicative. It just keeps growing. The call and response, the nature of love, true love being unconquerable and irresistible. And now, just in this great eminence, it's time to ground. Let your earth chakra, which is just an energy center that exists about a foot below your pelvic floor, and your feet chakras, which are the soles of your feet, they're just potent energy centers. Let them connect and grow deep golden roots down into our planet, into this amazing, huge, alive, sentient energy. I know her as the golden planetary Mother Earth. And as you send your roots down deep into the magma and also around the whole globe, receiving the nutrients, because nothing makes this planet, this planetary golden mother, happier than to nurture, send mother's milk, mother's purified energy to you that you can just soak up with your breath. Oh, this is a great moment. This is a sacred moment. And now, without harm to yourself or others, is always part of our existence. We have so many beings that help us align with the highest and healthiest healing because our minds can't have the whole plan. Let yourself imagine sending from the infinite within you and the infinite without around you a radiant orb of golden pure light to every living being on the planet. Everyone without exception, especially to those that we feel are in the aggression stance. It's so wonderful to empower the ones that are receiving that kind of treatment, but without the equal and perhaps to consider even more powerful radiance of our true nature to those that are so separate from what they really are and are so stuck in that insidious cycle that comes from self-hatred, self-alienation, from not feeling they belong, that they will then act in these ways. We can place ourselves near them, not in their energy field, but near them, and radiate love without compassion with the strength of the unconditional love of a parent or a mother bear or father bear or parent bear, or whatever energy you know that says, I love myself and this world and my children and this planet and everything that's going to come after too much to be seduced into that kind of self-hatred. I refuse to see you then lesser than your infinite soul, and I will be with you. And for those brave, courageous beings that are perhaps living, suffering, and maybe leaving this realm because they're taking a stand against those aggressors, especially seeming of their own, like their own community, their own nation, pulsate in the great respect, reverence, and compassion for them. Let them know they are eternal and imperishable, and they are not alone. And see everyone's energetic form being revitalized in accordance with the compassionate participation of their soul. And then just be there, knowing that this love that you are radiating, not forcing, because love cannot be forced or coerced, it has to be awakened through love itself. Know that as you do this, this love will go on gathering power until it eventually transforms everyone it touches. And humanity will attain a new mode of being and life through the free and unhampered interplay of pure love from heart to heart. There is a part in every one of us that is pure. And everything is now supporting that awakening. Everything is supporting us coming to a way to dissolve and disarm the ways that we have waged war against our precious selves and those around us and our planet and everyone and everything, and to move into true peace, true harmony now. And then allowing that orb to stay and activated, it depletes you not at all. It is fully self-sustaining from the capital self, bringing yourself back to wherever you are in time and space, breathing into your energetic form and the radiant, purified, highest vibrational, healthy field, physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, spiritually, environmentally, familially, professionally, everyly. Taking those deep breaths and thanking yourself for your willingness to be part of this in this moment in time. Activate that to continue and reactivate it whenever you think it gets low. And know that you and I are not we, but one. Everyone, we're moving to that. This is the moment in time to know your true power. And if you feel so called, and I hope you can feel the calling to join me, to join us in whatever way and ever forum, and the Galactic Council of Women, all genders welcome, as we take a stand on the truth within and usher in a new way, a new world, a new humanity. Love and blessings to you, wonderful person, and to our wonderful world.